Hello everyone, I'm about to do question 8 from the 2023 November question paper, which was written by grade 10s who reside in Gauteng. Okay, question 8, I'm given a diagram below. It's a polygon ABEFD. I'm told that AD is produced to point C. Okay, that lies on BC. Okay, and I'm also told that I have parallel lines there. Okay, and I've given the angles of triangle ABC. I'm asked to determine the numerical value of x. Okay, in triangle ABC, I know that angle A plus B and C is equal to 180 degrees. These are some of angles of triangle ABC. All together, angle A is 3x, B is x, and then C is 2x. This is equal to 180 degrees. Then 6x is 180 degrees. This thing simply means that x is 30 degrees. So if x is 30 degrees, I have 30 here, I have 60, simply means that one is 90. Because 3 times 30 is 90 degrees. Okay, what type of a triangle is ABC? Is a right angle triangle, ne? Why? Because angle A is equal to 90 degrees. How did you find out angle A is 90 degrees? We said 3 times 30 degrees, we got 90. Okay, now we are given, we are told that in the diagram below, triangle ABC is drawn such that AB is equal to BC and angle B1 and B3 are equal. Okay, we are told that these two are equal. Yeah? Okay, if we check triangle ABC is an isosceles triangle. When the two opposite sides are equal, simply means the base angles are also equal. And together, they want us to show that E2 and D1 are equal. Okay, how can we do that? We're comparing two triangles here, ne? So you can say that in triangle AEB and triangle DBC, ne? AB is the same as BC. This was given to us. Are you together? And since this is true, we concluded that angle A will be the same as angle C. Why? Because it's an isosceles triangle. This is true because AB and BC are equal. And also we were told that angle B1 is the same as angle B3. This was given to us. So we can therefore conclude that triangle AEB is exactly the same or congruent to triangle DBC. Why? It's side, angle, angle. For you to show that triangles are congruent, you must prove three things that are equal in those triangles. And one of those things has to be a side. Are you together? So since these two triangles are equal, I can therefore conclude that let me write in black. I can therefore conclude that the other two things are the same. BE is the same as BD, and AE is the same as DC. And I can also state that E2 is the same as D1. This one was the one I should have written. Eh? The other two, they're not important, guys, hence I'm writing them in black. So I can therefore say E2 is the same, E1 is the same as E2 rather. Angle E1 is the same as D2. All these three things are true. Why? Because I've shown that triangle AEB is congruent to triangle DBC. Are you together? So that's how you're going to answer that question. Question 9. I was told that in the diagram below, a parallelogram ABCD is drawn such that AD is parallel to BC and DC is parallel to AB. Okay, the diagonals intersect at O. Prove that OD is equal to OB. Prove that OD, where's OD? Okay, OD is equal to OB, and I must also prove that OA is equal to OC. Okay, I am given a parallelogram. Okay, since this thing is a parallelogram, I am safe to conclude that this side is equal to this one. Are you together? And also this side is equal to this one. Why? Because opposite sides of a parallelogram are what? Are equal. Are you together? How can I prove? Okay, I can say that in triangle ODA and triangle OBC, AD is equal to BC. These are opposite sides of a palm. A palm is a parallelogram, né, guys? Opposite sides of a palm, né? I also know that O1 is the same as O3. These are vertically opposite angles. Are you together? And secondly, I can conclude that since I'm told that AD is parallel to BC, these things, they form alternating angles. This angle and this one are the same. I can conclude that angle A1 is equal to angle C2. These are alternating angles, and they're alternating because AD is parallel to CB. So I can therefore state that triangle ODA is congruent to triangle OBC. Why? It's side, angle, and angle. Are you together? So if these two are congruent, I am safe to conclude that, let me write the conclusion in red. Therefore, OD will be equal to OB. Why? because I've proven that triangle ODA is congruent to triangle OBC. Are you together? So right now I've proven this part. I'm supposed to show this part again. I'll do the same thing. Please pause the video and write everything that I've written, because I'm about to erase to do the second part. Okay, for the second part, okay, now I'm supposed to show that OA and OC are the same. I'll go through the same route, guys. Né? I'm comparing two triangles. I'll say no, why did I erase? Because I could have just concluded there. No, I'm not supposed to reprove this thing, guys. Yeah, from this thing, because OA is also a part of triangle OTA, I can also conclude that therefore OA is the same as OC. No, I nearly started afresh. I'm so sorry. This thing is true because triangle ODA is congruent to triangle OBC. That's how you do it, guys. Né? You must first prove congruency, and then simply means that after proving congruency, let me erase so that I can write. After proving congruency, né, guys, it will be evident that this length is equal to this one. Are you together? And this one will be equal to this one. Why am I saying that? Because this side subtends angle A1 and this side subtends angle C2. Are we together? So these two sides, they subtend equal angles in these two triangles. So this side should be equal to this one, and this thing subtend angle D1. This one subtends angle B2. Are we together? And D1 and B2 are equal. So these two has to be equal as well. Are we together? Why? Because equal sides subtend equal angles. Always the time, guys. Né? Equal sides subtend equal angles. Always the time. Okay. 9.2. I'm told that PQRS is a square. X is the midpoint of SP. Okay. And Y is the midpoint of PQ. I'm asked to prove that triangle SPY is similar to that triangle. Okay. Guys, do you agree that if this entire length was 2x, this was going to be x, because it's a square, all the sides are equal, right? Okay, here I'll just write 2x instead of x and x. Just write 2x and 2x because you don't have a midpoint. Are we together? So I can therefore prove congruency here by just doing this. I'm comparing two triangles, right? two triangles, I'll simply say in triangle SPY and triangle RSK. What do I know? For SPY, I know that P is equal to 90 degrees, and then for RSK, I know that angle S is equal to 90 degrees. Both angles are equal to 90 degrees. Are you together? And then I know that SP will be the same as SR. These are sides of a square. They are equal in length. Sides of a square are equal in length. And then what do I have? Since X and Y are midpoints, so it simply means that this length will be the same as this one. Why? Because the total length is the same as I indicated earlier. If this is 2x, that means it will be x and x. Here as well, it will be x and x. Are you together? So I will simply say Py is equal to Sx. These are midpoints of a square. Of the sides of a square, rather. Are you together? So now I've shown that three things are equal, and since these are right angle triangles, I'll simply say triangle SPY is congruent to triangle RSX. The reason is RHS. I have a right angle, I have height, and one of the sides. That's how I show that the angles are congruent. Are you together? And then 9.2.2, I'm told that R1 is X. Identify with reason another angle which is equal to X. Okay, so if R1 is X, this was given. What do you know? Please note, guys, that if two triangles are congruent, equal sides will subtend equal angles. Are we together? For example, SK is equal to this one, to PY, as we've proven here. SX rather, not XK. Since SX subtend angle R1 at angle R1, simply means that PY subtends S1. That means R1 and S1 are the same because they are subtended by equal sides of congruent triangles. Are you together? I can therefore conclude that angle S1 is the same as angle R1. These angles are subtended by equal sides of congruent triangles. Are you together? And then now I am asked to show that SY and RX are perpendicular. Let me erase these things. I'm asked to show that XY and RY are perpendicular. Okay, where is SY? That's SY and RX are perpendicular. Okay, these things will be perpendicular if I can show that angle O2 is 90 degrees. Angle O2 is 90 degrees. How can I do that? How can I do that? Okay, please note that, guys, since I know that a triangle RSX is a right angle triangle, I can also conclude that since R1 is X, therefore X1, angle X1 will be 90 degrees minus X. These are some of angles of triangle. If I look at this triangle, guys, I know that this plus R1 and X1 must give me 90. Are we together? R1 plus X1 plus S must give me 180 degrees, since they're angles of a triangle. Are we together? Angle S is 90, angle R1 is X. So I'll be left with X1 is equal to 90 minus X. Are we together? Secondly, I have proven that S1 is also equal to X. Please remember that S1 is equal to X. Why? Because I have proven that these angles are equal to R1 initially. Remember, here the angle which was equal to X was angle R1. Was angle X1 as well. Are we together? But if you check angle O2, angle O2 is an exterior angle of this small triangle. This small triangle. Are we together? O2 is an exterior angle. So angle O2 will be equal to angle S1 plus angle S1. This is an exterior angle of triangle what? OXS. Exterior angle of triangle OXS simply means that, remember that for X1 we found out X1 is equal to 90 degrees minus X. Are we together? Plus angle S1, we've proven it to be equal to X. So this thing simply means that angle O2 is 90 degrees. So since I've proven that O2 is 90 degrees, I can therefore conclude that SY is perpendicular to RX. Why? Because O2 is 90 degrees. This is how you tackle geometry, guys, for grade 10 learners. Please stay tuned, guys, and wait for more videos. Thank you.